So this father found out his son was in the streets. So now he gonna do everything in his power to make his son change. So one day he pulled up to his house and tell his son, tomorrow I'm gonna take you to a meeting. Now here goes some money for a suit and tie and some dress shoes. The son grabs the money and says, but dad, why would I put on a suit and tie? That's not me. The father said, what you mean that's not you? He said, man, my mama told me, don't change for nobody. I don't wear suits and ties, so I'm not gonna wear no suit and tie tomorrow. So the father said, look, son, I'm gonna put you in a better situation. Put the suit and tie on tomorrow. The son said, dad, no, I'm not changing for nobody. Accept me for who I am, or just don't accept me at all. The father says, you know what, son? You right. I accept you. He said, be ready tomorrow when I come pick you up. He said, okay. The next day, the father pulls up, pick up his son, and they start heading to the meat shop. So the son said, yeah, dad, what meeting we going to? The father said, I called that meeting off. I want to show you something. So when they pulled up to the meat shop, the son was like, why we here? The father said, just get out the car. We finna make a couple $100. The son rubbed his hands together and said, okay, let's do it. So the father walks into the back and started putting on a whole bunch of warm stuff to stay warm because now they finna go into a deep freezer. The father asks his son, hey, you want this coat? You want these pants? You want these gloves? The son says no to everything. The father says, it get cold in there now. The son said, no, I'm good. So next thing you know, the father tells his best friend that owns the meat market, you know what to do. And they walked in. So right when they walked into the deep freezer, you heard doo-doo. The son looked back like, what the heck was that? And then they started moving the meat. 10 minutes go by, the son can't take it no more. Legs shaking, hands burning. He walks to the door. He tries to get out, and he can't get out. He starts freaking out. Dad, hey, we can't get out. We locked in. The father say, you all right? He said, Dad, look, the door locked. It won't open. The father said, really? The door won't open? Huh. So the son looked back and said, Dad, I know you're not worried because you warm, but I'm super cold, man, and I'm trying to survive. We gotta hurry up and open this door. The father said, do you regret not putting on that coat now? Do you regret not putting them gloves on? The son said, Dad, but what do that have to do with anything right now? The father says, well, son, I'm doing this right now to teach you a lesson. He said, doing what to teach me a lesson? He said, son, think about it. I asked you, did you want to change before you came into this deep freezer and you told me no? He said, okay, but where you getting at? He said, son, sometimes you gotta change who you are just to survive where you going. He said, son, you didn't want to change the clothes that you was in just so you can make sure you was comfortable where you was going. He said, son, when I told you to put that suit on, I was trying to put you in a better position that was gonna suit you for the rest of your life. He said, son, if you would have went to that meeting with me with the same clothes on, you would have been dealing with the cold world. He said, but that suit would have kept you comfortable. The son said, but Dad, I'm cold now. I'm freezing. I can't take it. The father says, now that you can't take it, watch what I do. The father unzips his coat, takes it off. He takes off the pants that he has and gives them to his son. His son grabs everything and puts it on and says, Dad, why are you doing this? He said, son, do you realize what I just did? The son said, yeah, you just took the clothes off and gave it to me. The father said, no, I just changed who I was for you. Do you see how I changed to put you in a better situation? And do you see how you didn't change to make sure you can get put in a better situation? He said, son, did you know that I used to smoke? The son is confused. Dang, I didn't even know my daddy smoked. He said, no, Dad, I didn't even know you smoked. He said, have you ever seen me pick up a bottle? He said, no, I never seen you drink. The father said, do you know why that is? The son said, no. Why? He said, I was headed down the wrong path, son. But when I found out I was having you, I changed who I was to make sure I can be there for you. See, your mama told you you ain't got to change for nobody. But sometimes you got to change for yourself. And sometimes you got to change for your child because you want to be there for them. Sometimes you got to change for your wife because you want to stay with her. And sometimes you got to change your diet just to live longer. Because if you don't, what's going to happen, son? He said, you can lose stuff or you can die. The father said, it seemed like you're getting it. The son said, Dad, you know what? You're right. The father said, you sure? He said, yeah, Dad, I get it. The father ran to the door, knocked on it really hard. Do, change. The man that owned the meat shop opened the door. The father shaking ran out and looked back at his son and said, son, you see what just happened, right? He said, yeah, he just opened the door. He said, nah, son, you said I was right, so you changed your mindset. And then the door opened. He said, son, sometimes when you change who you are, new doors are open for you. And at that moment, the son realized that sometimes change just means growth. And some of y'all may know this story made up, but I hope you got the message. Sometimes you got to change your mindset to change the position that you're in right now. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and type story time in the comments if y'all want more stories like this. And your comment can be in the next video. To all the cool people that follow me, I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.